Yo, ladies and gentlemen, what is happening? Welcome back once again to each and every one of you. We've had an amazing 3-4 days on the channel. I've had the most views I've had probably in the last 3 years on individual videos. So thank you for everybody who's been clicking that like button, everybody who's subscribed. I've had the highest subscriber growth in the last 3 days, what I've had on my channel in 3 years. So I appreciate that like-minded people are coming to my channel. You're finding me. I don't know how. If you want to leave a comment below, just let me know how you found me over the last 3 or 4 days. If you're new, that'd be great. Thank you. So yeah, it's nice to have some like-minded people. We've been keeping it very civil in chat, so thank you everybody, for keeping things civil and not really arguing too much with the fanboys who are completely deluded, saying that this is at present the best the best Battlefield game ever. It's hilarious, some of the stuff I see on Twitter. Not really from the big accounts. These are more, just individual fanboys, saying that, wow, this is the best Battlefield game I've ever played. And I think even some of the most skeptical, some of the biggest shills out there on YouTube and social media can't even come out, with any claim to say that. So anyway, if you don't follow me on Twitter, as I've said in previous videos, please go check me out. This is where I tweet everything. If you want to communicate with me, it's the best way to communicate with me because the YouTube comment system just gets flooded. So it's difficult to reply to every single comment. But if I like your comment, I'll leave a like and you'll get notified anyway. So today, guys, what I just want to talk about, and this will be obviously relevant to the title, is there's a few things which I think they can change before the actual Battlefield 2042 video game gets released. So we're going to talk about those first, and then we're just going to have a look through the tweets like we've done previous videos, where I'm just discussing kind of what the community, what the bigger YouTube content creators are saying, the paid for shills, the EA DICE friends. You get how it goes if you've seen my last 3 videos. I think this is a great way of me doing things. It gives me some structure, and everybody seems to be liking it. You seem to be, watching for longer than what you've ever done before. So if it's working, if it's not broken, I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing until people, not start giving a shit. So there's 2 things they can change. Now, this is from a YouTuber who I watch, R.A. Enders. I don't really watch Twitch streamers, but he's bigger, is a fairly sizable Twitch streamer, but I watch his videos on YouTube. He tweeted this out yesterday. What did he actually say? He says, I just feel... Let me click on the tweet. I remember from last time, guys, you couldn't see him, when you were watching on a mobile, so I want to make it as big as possible. That's what she said. Not even funny anymore. Dad jokes. But I just feel like these maps could have so much wasted space where you could put shit. And he's right, Whenever I'm playing this game, thankfully my camera's not actually blocking anything, but when I was playing this map, I was having the most fun either spawning at D1 or C1, C2. Because if you spawn at A, you get A. You've got to run so far to get involved at B, and same to get involved at C. Now, I know there was supposed to be a calling mechanic in the game where you can actually call a vehicle in. Yeah, we know that was one of the bugs. It wasn't working to you. So you basically had to capture that, get one of the stationary vehicles what spawn on the map, which majority of the time there's none there because you're playing 64 versus 64. So then you'd have to run all the way from A to C or A to D or even A to B. Huge space there, as you can see on the question marks, what he's put on. So when I was playing the game, hopefully, I was either spawning at C1 or C2 and then fighting amongst ourselves, because you were coming head-to-head with people. Or alternatively, I would spawn at either D1 or D2, for the same reason. A and F, there's just nothing nowhere near it. It's crazy. Bad map design, in my opinion. And obviously, there's a lot of bigger content creators actually saying this. So how could you change this? Well, maybe we have more than just 1 point, so we have A1 and A2. I heard before this game come out, you weren't just going to have like one B flag. Why have we got B1 there? Why is there a B1 there to cap and there's no B2? Why wouldn't it just be B? If they changed stuff, like was there a B2 there or something last time? You've got F1 there. Well, why call it F1? Why is it not just called F? And then something else about the capture points as well. You used to get an outline, of where you'd have to be to actually capture that, area. So why don't we have that in the game again? I thought that was always a good thing to have in. So that's number one. You could make this map a bit more busy. You could put a few more capture points on it. That's one thing they can sort. Obviously, we've talked about the scoreboard before in various videos. They could fix that. Just go back to the old scoreboard. The code's already there. Just implement it in this newer game. You know, job's done. So the second thing, which I think is a lot more interesting, and this is one of the biggest things what pretty much everybody's talking about. I don't like the specialist system. A lot of people don't. A lot of people are saying it's great. They actually like the change. So this is very opinionated, but I'm of the thinking, no, I want it to be how it's always been in Battlefield. Maybe I'm a bit old. Maybe, you know, I'm set in the past, you know, nostalgia here. I'm not wanting change, you know, because I'm some kind of old person now in gaming tips. Oh, I love games the way they used to be. Bring back Pong and all those really, really old games. But I don't think the specialist system is going to go away. That's going to be the way they're going to monetize the game. So we've got to kind of think here, right, how can we still have the specialists in the game and we also have the traditional classes, as you can see here, Assault, Support, Engineer, Recon. Now, this is something which was tweeted out by Battlefield 2042 News, so if you don't follow them, guys, go and follow them. I always try to give credit when I know where it needs to go to. They actually shared this on behalf of somebody else who I've got to give credit, u/Gleech_R. So go and check those out. They're the people who's done the work. They've obviously took a long time putting this together. I just want to talk about it. So yeah, thank you everybody who's made this video possible for me to talk about this. So you can still have all the classes, but then the Assault class will only have certain operators available. Well, they say operators, they are actually specialists in this game. So certain classes would have certain specialists. So you can see there, that's the guy with the grapple hook. You can see that there's the 70-odd-year-old woman who's got the stim shot or whatever it's called, which doesn't even work. And then you've got that guy who puts the turret down, the engineer. And then you've got the recon guy. I don't even think I played as recon, as that specialist. So anyway, you'd have the Assault. So the Assault would have access to all the ARs, ammo boxes, and grenade launchers. Now, the Assault class would have operators in it, but the operators would have specific, unique perks and gadgets which are only available to that operator. So to play them, you've got to play the Assault class, but then you might have a selection of 4 or 5 operators within the Assault class who you can choose. And they'll all be Assault type, you know, specialists who, you know, have things like, I don't know, the grappling hook and other Assault, you know, type abilities. And within this class, so the Assault class would have a unique perk and gadget which can only be used in the Assault class, but any operator can use these perks and these gadgets within that class. So I keep saying operator, I mean specialist. But then at the end of the Assault class, you basically get something where you can put in a perk which is available across all of the classes in the game and every single specialist. And then you have one generic gadget slot, which again is available across the entire, you know, spectrum of specialists and classes. So I think that's a great thing. Obviously, they go on to say support. They have access to the SMGs, health boxes, defib, you know, like they have in other games. Engineer, access to LMGs, launchers, explosives, you know, and then the recon. So I think that's a great way. I think that's something they could actually fit in the game before it comes out. Who knows? I highly doubt they're going to do this. I think that the business model and how live services work now, they need something to monetize the game. Obviously, they're going to get day one sales. They need that, obviously. But then they're going to need to keep on churning money out, churning content out, getting people to pay for stuff. Obviously, now we don't have map packs. We don't have any of that, you know, in Battlefield anymore. You know, would you guys actually want them to bring back Battlefield Premium to kind of get a better game? Because for me, I'd be like, yeah, bring back Premium. Just how I'd be in Call of Duty saying, bring back the map packs, because at least then we actually got decent content. Because now we don't really get that content, but that's a topic for another video. So I think, you know, both of these things, you know, the map here, you know, these are just YouTubers, you know, people who are fans of the game. You know, we're thinking, why is all that space there? You know, why is that space there? Why is that space there? I know it's Conquest. I know this. Well, I'm hoping this is one of the maps, you know, like what we've seen in Battlefield 4, for example, where they have maps specific to certain, you know, types of game. So, obviously, this map, it's built for, in my opinion, I hope I'm not wrong, because I'd hate to think if it's not, I should imagine this map is built for all-out vehicle warfare, as well as just tight-knit, you know, like Operation Locker kind of scenario. So, fingers crossed, this map is designed this way to make it vehicle-friendly. So, hopefully we get some smaller maps where the action is a lot more, you know, intense. You know, you're going to get massive gunfights where you kill 4 or 5 people, you know, repeatedly, all the time. But we can only hope there, guys. I'm just summarising. And then here again, it's a great idea. Something which I'd be fully behind. Can I see it happening? No, I don't think they're going to really change that now. I think we've got more chance of them changing the scoreboard. So now at the end of the video, guys, I just want to go over my Twitter timeline because there's some funny things on here. Me just laughing at what people say. So apparently there's a bug in the game now where you can actually, you know, spawn in as a turtle. As you can see this video here in the background. I don't want to make it too big. Oh no, you can actually see out. But yeah, apparently, guys, you can spawn in as a turtle on this game, which works, you know, perfectly well, guys, you know. Surely it's worth a like, you know, on this video now. You could, because you can play as a turtle. Turtle DLC, guys. Turtle DLC. You've seen it right here first. So that was a good video. Now, I asked the guys and girls on Twitter, now that the Battlefield 2042 beta is over, leave your thoughts below, both good and bad. Because I'm going to go over these now, because it's not just about my opinion here. I try to involve as much of my community as we can, and thankfully, the majority of the time, my own community, even though we're a tiny community, you do kind of agree with me. So there's a lot of people here. Josh gave it a 5 out of 10. He says, graphical improvements are needed. Bullet velocity on sniper seeds sorting out. It's quite low. Core features missing. I know it's a beta version, but would still be nice to see the scoreboard and customize our guns on the redeploy screen. Now, I've known Josh for a long time. On YouTube, he's one of the good guys, and I agree with him 100%. Of course I do, Josh. Gary's played 2 games under Weld, no wow factor. I don't think there's no wow factor, apart from the tornado and the rocket. I've seen it take off that many times now, I don't really care about it. It's going to be interesting to see what happens on other maps as well. That's going to be great. He says there's no factions, it's stupid. Same again, no classes, stupid. Game feels like a more fancy-looking Battlefield 4, which has gone backwards. There's other people, Animal 85, we see potential in the game. Did enjoy it, playing it, but there's some glaring issues. No aim assist for controller players, which I've not really talked about in detail that much, but it's a huge thing. Friendlies and enemies look the same. Can't tell who carries ammo and who can heal. Some, again, I've said, specialists need to go, or they need a complete rebalance. Hassan said he's played it for 5 minutes and turned it off. Battlefield is not my cup of tea, but I thought I'd see if I enjoyed it. But no, the map is way too big. Takes a long time to find anyone. That's, you know, something what a lot of people have said, but he's only played it for 5 minutes. So you have to get used to it. Gucci Bags, he's left several comments. I'm not going to go through them all. He said, okay, the bad. Bugs and glitches galore. Audio is a mess. Texture loading was horrendous. Hit detection was inconsistent at best. Specialists need to go or be completely overhauled. Aim assist, is it in the game or not? Now, I know Gucci plays on Xbox X, so he's not got the newest up-to-date console, so I can't really comment on that. I've not even, I think, seen gameplay from them. But, you know, generally speaking, a lot of people are unhappy. I've got to put old KP in. He's my biggest donator of all time. He disagrees with me, but we're all a community here. So great fun when playing with friends. Defo wouldn't play it solo. Chaotic beyond belief. Explosions and dynamic moments are an absolute spectacle. Quite a few bugs and a few fixes to be done here and there, but I had the most fun I've had in an FPS in a long time. He gives it 8 out of 10. Yeah, I had to go back going, wow, 8 out of 10. You were easily pleased, Mr. KP. Let's hope the bugs are fixed, which I doubt. This, as it wasn't a beta, it's a month away from release. And a lot of people keep on saying to me, it's a beta. They're doing this beta to fix the game. Well, if they was doing that, guys, we're playing on an old version of the game. So why would they give us an old version? Surely they'd, you know, get a beta ready and then give us that beta. They all have a holiday or whatever for a week until they get the feedback, and then they implement stuff into the current build of the game. So this isn't a beta, it's a marketing tool. I just can't believe people, you know, really think that this is a beta. It's nothing more than a marketing tool. So, Ayano in real life, he's put out a quite good-looking tweet here. So, he loves the plus system. Yeah, I disagree, but, like, again, if somebody says it, I'm going to talk about it. Parachute mechanics, yeah, all right. Gunplay and movement, yeah, I ain't got a problem with that, at least on PC. Call-ins, yeah, they don't even work, so I've got no idea why you like those. Map design, it's terrible. Weather and environment, yeah, that's all right. But the problem is with the weather and the environment, it makes no difference to your weapon or the look or the feel of anything. It just makes no difference. Squad names, couldn't give a shit. I just wish we had a proper scoreboard. Specialist loadouts, no. If I'm to guess at this guy, I should imagine he's just a proper fanboy of the Battlefield franchise. They can do nothing wrong. But anyway, you know, that's for him to say. And then the last one, the scaling has huge problems. Maps are too big and characters are very small. Bullet velocity needs to be increased. Helicopters, I can't even read, are sufficient but not tanks. Whoever did the new UI needs to be fired and jailed for that massacre. So that is pretty much everything what I've gone over. There's some people out here getting terrible tweets, you know, saying that this is how we said our goodbye. Music is so good, but I'm not going to have that on because it's copyright. Beta was a bit buggy. Really? A bit buggy? It was a mess. It was giving... There's reports of people having epileptic fits because of the white flashing light, yet the game has got no epilepsy warning on it when you load it up. You know, I can see some lawsuits coming out here if somebody's had an epileptic fit, if I can say it. I don't do bad, say I've got a speech impediment anyway, so... but yeah, considering the age of the build, I'm confident it'll be polished by release. I just can't believe, you know, some of the shite. They've only got 8... right, okay, they followed me a few shills. So, yeah, guys, but it's not all bad news. Some of the big guys out there, just to finish this, I nearly forgot about this, Skill Up, who I've been critical for in the past as well, but I'm fairly fair, guys. You know, I say what I think. Hopefully, the majority of the time, people agree with me. But Skill Up, who I've been very critical of in the past, he tweeted out, just finished up a few hours on Battlefield 2042 on the Xbox One X. Remember, last gen, okay? Horrendous performance, laughable texture loading, pop-ups, so many audio issues, hit registration and netcode problems galore. For real, delay this both from a design and a technical perspective. This isn't finished. Now, to be fair, it is worse out of every single platform on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. Oh, sorry, it's Xbox One X. Hold on, the Xbox One X is still last gen. Right, okay, it's the Series X which is new gen, I had to think then. But yeah, it's always going to be worse, you know, on last gen consoles. It's a crossover game, and I think that's probably half the reason why we've got a load of bugs. I said I wasn't going to actually make this video that long, guys, but Jesus, we're on 17 minutes already, and I've still got stuff I want to talk about. But yeah, last but not least, Thunder, who's one of my favourite YouTubers of all time, obviously plays Call of Duty. He used to play a bit of Destiny back in the day. Thunder ran around an entire match in the Battlefield Open Beta. Didn't see nobody on the ground. Everyone was in vehicles or in buildings. I went 0-2, going to try to get my first kill next match. Thunder typically plays Call of Duty. So yeah, if you're playing COD and you come to Battlefield, you're obviously going to think it's really, really slow. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. End of the video right now. I want to keep it under 18 minutes. But yeah, I appreciate all your support. Absolutely fantastic recently on the channel. Hopefully this can continue, you know, for the foreseeable future, so I can, you know, quit my job and become a YouTuber, guys, and become a paid-for shill EA game changer dice friend. Love you. Notifications on if you aren't already, guys. Take it easy. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye.